transform their life and energy. So the root of everything is that why would I even want to change my life and energy? It brings up the topic of goals. So I wanted to start off with this, how to achieve 3 best ways in my experience, and the advice that I would want to share today is 3 ways to achieve a goal that you might have. We don't just have to have one goal. In fact, personal development gurus always say that you should be working on at least 4 or 5 goals or projects at one time. Why? Because we need to have detachment and involvement. So, very tricky, right? So, number 1 best way is to write what you want down. This can be changed at any time, but you need to write what you're visualizing for yourself. You need to write it down. You can make a poster of it, you can make a journal entry, you can keep a journal of your goals and whatever tracking method you're using, but write down your first goal. Writing things down, pen to paper, always makes it a subconscious memory. It's just an action that happens through our hands. Hands are connected to the brain, brain computes, and the dialogue that's coming out, the way we word it, the way we are actually framing things really makes a difference to how we are going to then take the following steps. Write it down. A sub goal to that is write down also a goal that is even bigger than the one that you wrote down. So you need to go outside of what you think you can achieve and just write down exactly like 10x that goal. So for example, I set myself a goal of being able to do a handstand, and I basically within 2 months went, you know what, I'm really not reaching for anything that's really outside of my doability. So I set myself the biggest goal possible for me, no, for a lot of people, which is doing a 1-arm balance. When I'll reach that, I have no idea, but I have written it down. It's in my trajectory now, and yeah. So writing down a goal bigger than what your mind can even conceive for yourself will help you detach from what's happening currently. The reason why I chose the bigger goal, I've always heard the saying, dream big or go home, or dream a big dream that is much bigger than what you can think of. The reason is, from personal experience, is that as soon as I set that unbelievable goal for myself, it all clicked in. I thought, now I really cannot be scared of going over. I really cannot be getting stuck on the bottom level fears that come with doing a handstand. I've got a long way to go, and I've got to keep going. So that's the approach. Write down your goal, but also write down the biggest goal after that. You should be able to see it nice and clear. Number 2, you must break your goal down into action steps. Don't think of your goal to be just about, oh, I've just set myself a goal of doing handstand. Okay, what I'm going to do is write myself a plan for training myself every day, and I'm just going to do that. No, think about the lifestyle that goes with it. Think about all the rest that you need. Think about the way you need to think. Think about what kind of limiting beliefs are in your way. Think about all the surrounding aspects to achieving that goal. You need to become a different version of you, right? And you are a multi-dimensional being. If you don't want to go to extraterrestrial level of speech or thought, you can just think of yourself as, look, you are an employee somewhere, or you're a business owner, or both. You're a parent, or you're married, or you have a partner, you have other responsibilities, who exactly do you need to become in each of those areas of your life? How do you need to eat? What time do you need to get up? What do you need to prioritize in your life? What do you need to eliminate from your life? These are mini goals that you need to start to take accountability for, so that you are just not connecting you feeling successful just for having done a handstand, so that your success is so holistic that really you are completely involved, but you're also detached from the outcome. Why? Because you're changing, you're transforming, you are doing every goal for your personal transformation, no matter what the goal is. The goal is just a direction, right? It is like a destination that you see yourself reaching. But the journey is the transformation that you make on a daily, on an hourly, on a minute to minute level of things. All right. So number 2 was that. Number 3, get someone to hold you accountable, or someone that you can relate to as a cheer on buddy. Now, I would recommend highly not to reach out to a friend. Don't impose your, your goals onto, or don't impose your need for cheering on to people that you already know. The reason being that hopefully you understand from the journey of not having achieved some goals you might have set, is that it's a hard road. And it's very easy to fall into negative self-talk. It's really easy to actually stay stuck. Now, you don't know what the other person is going through. So let them see the changes and really appreciate the fact that you've got that network of people around you that sees you for your changes. And yeah, appreciate that you have that. But my advice number 3 is to get a coach. A coach is someone that's going to ask you different questions. And a coach is someone that's going to keep you really aware of where you're going, where you're at, and exactly what you are meant to be accountable for. And they're going to cheer you on for your successes, of course. And it'd be a really nice thing to one day let that coach go, because that that is like a tool on the transformation journey, to have a coach, that someone that is completely outside of where you are, and engaging with them helps you reach into a part of you that shares from a very authentic place, where you don't know what the person is expecting you to say. Because often with friends and people that you know, that might be an accountability buddy, but we speak in a way that they're almost expecting us to speak. So we tend to hide exactly what exactly is going on with us. And in a way, we're sabotaging our transformation that way, because the remedies that we get from those people are exactly the same way we have been operating. So I highly recommend someone outside of your zone or your norm to actually work with you to achieve that goal that you're looking for. Hey, I have number 4, which is exactly why I wanted to make this recording. Tip number 4. Make a commitment never to give up, never to give up. Like I said, a true goal is coming from a desire within you. It's not someone else's request that you're fulfilling. A true goal is a desire that's sitting inside you, your body, your mind, your spirit, and you want to see it happen, right? So don't put your goals fruition on anything else other than you. So be completely committed to achieving your goal. Like, for example, say you want a house. You want to buy a house for yourself. Now, I don't know where you come from, what kind of family structure you come from, but the one that I came from, there's like culturally, how they tend to think is that, our family is meant to work together towards family generational wealth. But not everyone should be thinking that way. The reason why is because we are in an era where we are really investing on personal development. And not everybody's on the same level or the same place as us, as ourselves, right? So my mindset is very different to the mindset of my family members. And the reason why this collaboration might clash is because, if I just went, okay, so now I just need to convince my this ex person in my family to go into a partnership with me to create wealth for buying a house. Well, I've just put in a condition toward my goal to be made real. Why? Because firstly, if this person doesn't come through, does that mean I just don't ask for a house anymore for myself? Do you know what I'm saying? So don't put any dependencies on other things showing up. Like, for example, you might be saying, well, I need 20% deposit for buying this house. Until I do that, I can't do anything else. Like I said, every goal is a holistic journey. Who do you need to become to be a house owner? What kind of things would you like? Actually, see what sort of a person you would need to become. What sort of things would you buy for when you live in your house? What does your house look like, you think? You know? So all this is a process, right? And would you still be going out to buy certain things you're buying? Would you still be thinking the same way about finances? Would you actually also need a loan if you had all the cash? And what kind of bank would you go with? But set that aside, financial side aside. Look at yourself and your health. Say for example, today all the money was there. You bought the house but your health was letting you down. Like maybe you visualize yourself or envisioned a lifestyle that came with being in a house of your own. Do you really want to get to that stage and start to have to work on your health then? No, because it's going to set you back from having that fulfilling experience of being in your own home, enjoying it, having a very nice taste in things, good food, good, all the valuable things that you value for your own well-being and the feelings that you really would want to achieve from being in a house of yourself, of your own. That makes sense. So goals are holistic. And please do not give up just because you face some hurdles. Do not let go of the goal. Be really stubborn. Especially because, I'll tell you, the only thing standing between you and your goal being materialized is yourself. The older version of yourself, the current version of yourself, and the version that you're trying to create. You must look into transforming yourself into the person that you want to be that has those things. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard this before, but I want to reframe this as being really stubborn. That never accept a no towards your goal because your goal is already yours, because you have that desire in you. And this desire, follow it. Follow it like an inner calling because that's what's going to take you to your destination. And by the time you get to your destination, you want to be having higher level goals and become even a better version of yourself. So, peeps, I hope this was resourceful. All right. So I'm Supriya. I am really glad to connect with you by this video, and I hope to connect with you soon. Please leave a comment about what else you would recommend to achieving a goal. And have you achieved goals that you thought were completely outside of your reach? I would love to hear some examples. And I'll keep sharing. I'll comment when I see one. All right. Take care. Have a lovely day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Supriya signing out.